Monday Night Raw sucks. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, the almighty CR21, coming back with another video. Today's video is going to be about how Monday Night Raw sucks. We're going to be talking about some reasons why I think it sucks. And I'm also going to list a few positive things. I don't want to be all negative in this video, but it's mostly going to be most negative stuff in this video. So if you don't like that much negativity, well, you're going to be in for a treat, because I got a lot to say about Monday Night Raw tonight. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section below, do you like Monday Night Raw? Do you think it sucks? Just let me know all that in the comments. And let's get straight into the video. Monday Night Raw sucks. Some quick positives for Monday Night Raw. I am enjoying the almighty WWE Champion Bobby Lashley's title reign. I'm also enjoying how Sheamus is the United States Champion. I like Rhea Ripley as the champion. And that's really about it. And I'm digging RK Bros. So those are just some quick positives about Monday Night Raw. Now let's head into the real topic video of how Monday Night Raw sucks. We're going to start off right off the bat with the women's division on the Rep brand. Now, they do have a lot of talented superstars. They have people like Rhea Ripley, Charlotte, Asuka, and you're thinking to yourself, how can a division be that bad? It's the way WWE books it. It's the same thing every week. It's legit Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler taking on Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Or it's either Nia and Shayna taking on Lana and Naomi. Or it's Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke taking on Lana and Naomi. It's usually always that. Rhea Ripley always has a segment. It's like the same thing. Charlotte Flair always gets a segment in the ring. Basically says the same thing. She's basically just saying that she's the opportunity. You know, she doesn't demand opportunities. She is the opportunity. She's basically saying that she could get a title match anytime she wants. That's basically her promos. Like, they're not that bad, but they're just the same. Like, if it's a one-time thing, okay, it's cool. But it's legit, she's saying it every week. Like, legit, every week. We get the same things. And it's legit just a mess. Like, at this point, is Nia and Shayna gonna lose the belts? Like, at this point, I really want Lana and Naomi to win the titles. Because I want that story to end. And the way it makes sense and logic is for Lana and Naomi, after all they've gone through, is to finally win the tag team titles. Mostly Lana, because that's basically been a story. Naomi was just added because they were recently formed a tag team. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, I felt like they had potential. And I'm surprised they didn't even win the titles. I know they're probably going to win the titles down the road. But at this point, they're just going to have them lose. Sometimes they're winning. And where's the title match? Like, Lana and Naomi beat Nia and Shayna. When are they going to get the opportunity? Is Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke now going to beat them? And it's going to be a mess. They're going to have another number one contender match. It's just a complete mess in the women's division. And you just have Charlotte, Asuka, and Rhea Ripley. That's it. And basically, Asuka's done for. After this, if they have a triple threat match at WrestleMania Backlash, Asuka's down for. So you basically have Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. And people don't like Charlotte Flair, and I know some people are turning on Rhea Ripley. So your division, you desperately need a call-up. You need like a Toni Storm call-up. Like, what is she doing in NXT? She's not going to win the title anytime soon. She's losing to jobbers. Head her over to Monday Night Raw. She can make a difference. Toni Storm versus Rhea Ripley on Raw. Yes, please. Call up Candice LeRae. She's been in NXT for like 3 years. Hasn't won nothing. At least call her up. She could make somewhat of an impact. You could keep Indy Hartwell in NXT. Just bring up some other people, you know. Like, you don't need people in the men's side. Like, you're already good. Just bring in some woman talent from NXT. Bring them to Monday Night Raw. Let them shine. Rhea Ripley was a good one, but at least don't be like Rhea Ripley, just out of nowhere just comes out, points to the sign, gets a Mania match. Like, make them come in, make them fight, earn their opportunities, make them have good matches, and then they could get a title opportunity and we'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like, look at SmackDown. You have Sasha Banks, Bayley, Bianca Belair. Like, that's already impressive. They have a good division. They know how to run things over there. I wish it could be the same for Raw, because they have the talent. They're just not booking them right. But that's one of the reasons why I think Monday Night Raw sucks. No hype openers. What I mean with that is, when you start off a show, you expect to start off red hot. Something people are gonna be like, oh, we gotta wait to the main event. We gotta wait to see what's gonna happen. No, you're just starting off with Retribution, Mace, and Teabag against Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman on Monday Night Raw. What are you expecting the fans to think? Are we supposed to go wild? Oh my god, they don't have the mask no more, but they still have the dumb paint. You know, like, at least give Dio Madden, Dominic Dijakovic their names back, and maybe it could be somewhat of a different, something new. Instead, you just have the same thing. So what's the point of unmasking them if you're not going to actually reveal who they are? Even though we know who they are, at least you could reveal it. You know, reveal it on screen for we could be like, okay, we're going in a new direction. We're having the same thing. We're having disqualifications, countouts. How do you open up Monday Night Raw like that? The Raw after WrestleMania. Okay, what are we going to open up with? Are we going to get a title match? Are we going to get something good? We get Bobby Lashley versus Riddle. The match was good. Like, it was a very good match, don't get me wrong. But we seen it already. We needed something fresh after WrestleMania. We get a match that we just saw like 2 months ago. Like, a match we were seeing like the whole start of the year. Basically, again. Just this time last year, the champion, when the title wasn't even on the line. So, it's pointless. You have Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander versus the Viking Raiders 2 weeks in a row. Same paced match, the Viking Raiders easily win. It's like no hype openers, nothing to get you excited. It's not going to make you wait like, okay, I can't wait for the main event. Or whatever happening, you know? It's just Drew McIntyre coming out, cutting the same promo, gets interrupted by the MVP. Sometimes Lashley comes out. And now he's just getting attacked by Retribution. Braun Strowman's in the mix. And now we're getting Drew, Strowman, and Lashley at WrestleMania Backlash. You know, like, come on. Like, come on. You could do better than that. Like, come on. But, man, I don't know what's going on with the Raw openings. Like, SmackDown opener, you got Roman Reigns coming out. You got Seth Rollins. You got Uso. You got Cesaro. That's an opener. You know, those are the guys you want to see. Over on Raw, you don't want to see Retribution. You don't want to see Braun Strowman. Like, I'm cool with Drew, but at this point, I don't even want to see Drew with these guys they're putting in with. You could do so much more with Drew. Why is Drew not facing someone like, I don't know, AJ Styles on Raw? Something else. Not Mace and T-Bar. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So that's one of the things that I have a problem with Monday Night Raw. Up next, we're going to be talking about cringe segments. What I mean by cringe segments is, look at the segments we're getting on Monday Night Raw. We're getting a tomato war, pal. We have Damian Priest in the New Day legit throwing tomatoes to former WWE Champion The Miz, former Champion John Morrison, Elias, and Jackson Riker. That's good TV time, pal. That's good stuff, pal. I mean, like, come on now. Like, why would someone want to tune into Monday Night Raw, where it's supposed to be a legit fighting show? It's Raw. Like, this is Raw. This is no Nickelodeon, no Tomato War stuff. This is Monday Night Raw. You know, this is supposed to be the A show, the show. And you're just putting some tomatoes in there? Or you're having Alexa Bliss talking to a doll? Like, look, I'm a big fan of Alexa Bliss. She's amazing in the ring. She actually has charisma and a character. I'm not going to hate on that. But the thing is, what she's doing right now is kind of dragging out. And I'm just not digging it. That's just not for me. I'm sorry. I know some people like it. That's just not for me. I want to see something different. I want to see, like, old Alexa Bliss. I want to see, like, 2018, 2019 Alexa Bliss back. That's the Alexa Bliss that was actually pretty good. Now it's like she's not even wrestling, you know, she's just wasting her wrestling right now. She's just doing segments. Like, it's cool, like it was cool at first with The Fiend. Now it's just kind of dragging out, and I feel like they need to end this ASAP. I don't know what's the direction. I mean, what's going to happen with The Fiend? Is The Fiend gone? Is Alexa Bliss going to be just by her own? Is she going to start a feud? Like, I don't know. Once the Randy Orton feud ended at this point, I don't know what's next for The Fiend and Alexa Bliss. So, I'm just not digging that. There's just too many cringe segments on Monday Night Raw. Like the Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon thing, how Braun was stupid apparently, that he was failing fifth grade, he had a bad report card, and all of that. It's just cringe. I mean, nobody wants to see that. We want to see action. We want to see Monday Night Raw, what Raw used to be like. Now it's just whatever. Like they don't even care. They had slime. Shane McMahon throw slime at Braun Strowman. It's ridiculous. This should not be happening. I'm not here to watch this. I'm not here to watch the Kids Choice Awards. I'm here to watch some action, some Monday Night Raw action on a Monday night. So that's one of the problems that I have with Monday Night Raw. Right now, we're going to be talking about the tag team division for Monday Night Raw. Now, real quick, I am digging RK Bro. I think that team has so much potential, and I hope they win the tag team titles very soon. I really want them to win it at least before SummerSlam or at SummerSlam. I feel like Randy Orton in the tag team division could help, but since right now they just had their first week as an official tag team, so I'm not gonna go straight into that. I'm gonna be talking about the actual tag teams right now to Monday Night Raw. Now, even paper, it's not like the worst division. It's just the way they book it. You got the New Day in there. You got Miz and Morrison. Lucha House Party, I guess, is still there. You got Elias and Jackson Riker. I'm forgetting some people. You got AJ Styles and Omos. Yeah, where's AJ Styles and Omos? They're gonna return this Monday on Monday Night Raw. They've been gone for like almost a month. You see, I could even forget. I could even remember. And they were the tag team champions. They are your tag team champions. Omos won his in-ring debut, the tag team titles. AJ Styles became Grand Slam, and you don't put them on your show. That's unbelievable. You also have Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, and you have the Viking Raiders. That's your tag team division. Those are your official teams you have. Now, they have a lot of tag teams now on Monday Night Raw, which I like. It's just the way they book them. Nobody wants to see the New Day win the tag team titles again. Now already drag out way too much. They need to break up or just do something else. Turn heel, whatever. Just do something else. They can't have the same character. Jackson, Riker, and Elias is not a believable tag team. I am not paying an event to go see Jackson Riker. I could pay an event to see Elias, because Elias is actually entertaining, has a character, charisma. He could get a hot crowd, but not Jackson Riker. Yeah, I could go pay to see The Miz and Morrison, because they're actually entertaining. People know who they are. They have won championships to prove it. The Miz is a future Hall of Famer, no question. So, I just don't know what makes the tag team division so bad. Look at SmackDown. You can hate on SmackDown all you want, but their tag team division is on point. You have actual tag teams. You have father and son Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio. You have the Alpha Academy, which has actually grown on me, on Otis and Chad Gable, which I definitely see them winning the tag team titles very soon, believe it or not. Then you have the current SmackDown champs. You have Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Or should I say the Dirty Dogs? Say with aggression, pal, the Dirty Dogs. You see, I'm digging them as a tag team as well. So, it's like you got a bunch of tag teams in the mix over there on SmackDown. You also have the Street Profits. You can do something with the Street Profits. Even though they have less tag teams, they impact more than Raw. Raw has like 8 tag teams. SmackDown has like 5. But SmackDown tag team division is better. The way they have the matches, the quality. It actually makes sense why they're fighting. And they always put on a show. So that's what I respect about the SmackDown division. Over on Monday Night Raw, that's not the case. That's really not the case. It's the same thing all over again. You have 7 teams on Raw, but you're only pushing 2, which is a New Day and currently AJ Styles and Moss, which just became an official tag team. Like, they were never like an actual tag team till like 2 months ago. So, really, the New Day is the only team they want to push on Monday Night Raw. Even though AJ and Omos are the champs, the New Day, former champs, got more TV time on Raw than the actual champions. And that right there should not be the case. So, that's one of the problems I have with Monday Night Raw. They need to fix the Raw tag team division. I wish we could go back to the old good days when there used to be Monday Night Raw. Even if it was 3 hours, at least it was worth a watch. It was very watchable. You had a lot of star power. Nowadays, I have to wait 3 hours to see Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman. This is literally what Raw has become. Now, I'm not saying it was a bad match, but legit, you have to wait 3 hours to see that. Like, really? Back in the day, you would have, like, Rock and Undertaker main event. And guess what? I could wait for that. You know, I could wait for that to see that in the main event. Or Shawn Michaels versus John Cena. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good matches. But now you just expect me to wait for some random stuff. Like, it's just unbelievable. Asuka versus Charlotte. I gotta wait 3 hours to see that again. No chance. So I feel like Monday Night Raw, I really never had a problem being 3 hours. I always loved the 3 hours. I'm not gonna hate. I liked it at first because that's wrestling was actually pretty good. Not too long ago when I started watching wrestling, like I'm gonna say like 8 years ago, it was still pretty good. I could sit through a 3 hour Monday Night Raw with no problem. Cause at least I can know that there was a worth main event, a watchable main event, a watchable opener, and a pretty good matches in the mid card. And the woman at that time wasn't like what it is now. But that's when the trend started happening, you know. And then a revolution happened. So even the women's division got better. You had a good tag team division, a good mid card. It was watchable just a couple years back. Nowadays, they need to do the same with the women division, the tag team division. The mid card's okay on Monday Night Raw. The mid card's okay. But just 3 hours for what? You know, if you make a 2 hour show, if we be honest, Monday Night Raw will be so much better. You can have a better opener. You can have one thing Monday Night Raw. They always kick off with a solid match. You can have like a good like Sheamus US title match to open up the show. You can have your tag team division. You can have AJ and Omos taking on somebody like the Viking Raiders or Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, whatever. You can have that. Then you can have, I don't know, some Drew McIntyre segment. You can have a Bobby Lashley segment. You can have the woman get involved. You can have like Charlotte facing like Asuka or like Rhea Ripley defending her title. You know, get the woman involved. You know, we'll be fine. And then you just build up your main event. You can have another match in there. You can have one filler match. You know, just for the break match. Because there's always got to be at least one filler in the show. And then gear up for your main event. And Monday Night Raw will be so much better. Instead of just putting some random stuff in the second or third hour before the main event. You know? So that's what I think they should do. Hopefully they change it, but 3 hours is way too much. For a pay-per-view, I'm fine with. You're not going to watch a pay-per-view because it's a pay-per-view. You know, it's not Monday Night Raw. It's a pay-per-view. I could deal with 3 hours of a pay-per-view. If SmackDown was 3 hours, I could deal with that too because they actually know how to book their show in every category. But Monday Night Raw is not the case. I mean, I wish SmackDown and Raw could change for real. I wish SmackDown, if I had to pick, I would rather be SmackDown 3 hours and Raw 2 hours. I think that would be much better for everybody. Everybody wins. We're going to have extra hour on a Friday night. I think that's what they should do. But, hey, it's probably not going to happen yet. It's definitely not going to happen. But I'm just saying, if I had to pick, I would definitely choose that. But yeah, Monday Night Raw should not be 3 hours. And up next, finally, we're going to be talking about the main event picture on Monday Night Raw. Basically, all you have is your almighty WWE Champion Bobby Lashley. You have Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman. That's basically the main event picture for Monday Night Raw. Over on SmackDown, you got the Messiah, Seth Rollins. You got the head of the table, Roman Reigns. You got main event Uso and main event Jey Uso. You have the Swiss Superman, Cesaro. There you have a legit main event over on the blue brand, but not on the red brand. And that's what I'm saying. You know what? SmackDown also got Edge. Think of that. That's what I'm saying. Raw needs Daniel Bryan. They desperately need a new guy in the main event picture. Someone for Bobby Lashley to dominate, make him look good, make him look strong. Lashley needs a big win other than Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman. And I think Daniel Bryan will be the perfect opponent for Bobby Lashley for like a big pay-per-view. If it's not Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, I really feel like they should pull the trigger and have Daniel Bryan and Lashley at SummerSlam. I think it will be a good underdog story. Daniel Bryan doesn't need to win the title, but it will definitely do a lot for Bobby Lashley beating a former world champion in Daniel Bryan. I think that would do a lot for the Almighty. Because other than that, I'm assuming Lashley's going to retain at WrestleMania Backlash. I hope. I guess that's why they put it Braun in there, because they don't want to make Drew lose back to back. So Braun's probably gonna tap out or take the pin. Lashley retains, and then we're done. No more Drew McIntyre. Now, picture this. No more Drew McIntyre unless Bobby Lashley pins or submits Drew McIntyre. And then Drew McIntyre out of the picture. He already had 2 opportunities. And then we're going to get Braun and Lashley one-on-one. I feel like that's going to happen. Trust me, I could see it happening. And Money in the Bank, you're going to have their one-on-one rematch. You're going to have Braun Strowman taking on Bobby Lashley. And Money in the Bank, which is the next pay-per-view after Backlash for the WWE Championship. I know they're gonna do that because they have nobody else in the main event. And if they bring Daniel Bryan right now, they're not gonna rush him obviously to the picture. That's what I'm saying. You should wait 2 more pay-per-views after that for SummerSlam. Then Extreme Rules or whatever the pay-per-view is in July. July is usually where the filler pay-per-views are in. You know, it's just before hyping up for SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Elimination Chamber of Fastlane. It's just to hype up WrestleMania. Usually like around July they have like a filler pay-per-view. Like Great Balls of Fire or Stopping Grounds, you know. Or they have that good filler pay-per-view in Extreme Rules. So they're probably going to have Lashley, I don't know, maybe against some random guy, I don't know who he was going to face. But all I'm saying is, hopefully they have Daniel Bryan and Lashley in a program at SummerSlam if it's not Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar does return for SummerSlam, then you can have Daniel Bryan and Lashley at Extreme Rules, like in an Extreme Rules match or something. You can have that, that'll be fine. But honestly, they need Brock Lesnar or Daniel Bryan right now. Raw desperately needs him. SmackDown is good. You don't have to make no changes to SmackDown. Raw needs to make main eventers. Other than Drew McIntyre and I guess Braun Strowman, they have nobody else for Bobby Lashley to face. So that's pretty sad. That's honestly very sad. Like back in the day, you would have Stone Cold, The Rock, The Undertaker, Mankind, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Randy Orton, late great Eddie Guerrero, you know, the Chris guy, you know, the Chris Jericho also. There you go. Like it's just crazy. How back in the day they had so much star power in the main event. Nowadays they have like 4 legit main eventers, 3, 2. It's just crazy, you know. So, like I'm saying, Raw desperately needs Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan at least to impact more in the main event on Monday Night Raw. And that's basically it for the video, guys. Those are some problems that I have with Monday Night Raw. Those are my legit reasons on why I think Monday Night Raw sucks. I think SmackDown's the A show. And I'm going to put NXT and Raw as kind of like mixed. I don't know who to go with. I guess NXT could be better. But I guess Raw is probably better than NXT. I'm not going to front. But it's like NXT been having them lame shows as well. Like the meh shows. But all I'm saying, SmackDown's definitely the A show. Raw should just be the C show. That show needs to be fixed ASAP. Hopefully when the fans return, they have a big draft. New stage, new era. They need it desperately. Hopefully when the fans return. I think they're waiting for that fan return to really start trying again. Because Retribution in the main event picture also is not cutting it. It's not it. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like the video. Subscribe if you do agree. And if you did enjoy, of course, subscribe. And I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.